used to be a loser. Feeling, feeling like I'm reminiscing on that energy because life's cyclic, like cyclical, whatever, you know. But yeah, just remember that finally got my first job, Burger King, and like whatever. I went through the interviews, and they basically said that I was good enough to hire. That they're gonna train me on fries. And that on the weekends I'd be the stock boy. Like, I'd stock the stock room. So, like fries was basically like just dumping a bunch of fries into the fryer, and then you just made fries. So I was literally just on the fry station. And then I was also given the role of washing dishes. So I'd wash the dishes. I'd be fries, and then go in the back and wash dishes. Um, when there's like enough fries being made, or when it's not busy, when it wasn't rush hour or right after rush hour, right? Like if you ever worked in a fast food restaurant, there's certain periods of time where it's like all man's on station. The lineup is long, especially this is Brampton City Center. So if you know Burger King inside Brampton City Center back in the day, that lineup could get very long on certain times during the weekend, especially, or like even regular day times, like after school when everybody's inside the mall. Yeah, um, when everyone's done work, and inside the mall, like that 5 6 p.m. same time, mad. Anyway, so I was a fry guy during those periods, and then I'll go wash dishes. I noticed like all the girls who were working there, they were all on the other stations. Like they had them on all over the next stations. I was like, yo, when can I learn to be like at least a cashier? Like, let me learn to be a cat. I want to count money. And they're like, sorry, whatever the case may be, or they're like, some BS excuse. You know what I mean? It wasn't no real excuse, a real reason why I couldn't learn cash. But whatever. I think they said I need to learn the back. That they already had enough cashiers, and there's only available positions for in the back. But honestly, when I think about it now, it's because I was a loser. It's like I was just a little ragamuffin blackhead kid, and I'm saying loser based on the Western's perspective, bro. The Western society sees black people as losers, so I'm using that term because that's all I was to Burger King. I was a loser, bro. I was just a loser who could come in, wash dishes, lift up boxes of things to put in the stock room, like you know what I mean, like mayonnaise or the fry oil. You know what I mean, stocking the fry oil, stocking the fridge, the apple juices. Which every once in a while, Tifa went to apple juice because apple juice is amazing. But yeah, stocking the juices, stocking the concentrated. Those things were heavy, but I guess they just seen me as like a black strong kid who could just lift up those heavy Sprite concentrated, or whatever Fruitopia concentrate that you would plug into the pop making machine. You're plugging these big ass boxes, and anytime one would empty, they'd be like, "Yo, Garland," I'd go and I'll switch it because they're heavy. So it's like, okay, cool. Like I even after like a couple months or something became employee of the month. Like I actually was so good at like stocking the room and like doing the fries. I became employee of the month like after like a few months, man. Like I don't even think it was. I was still probably under my what do you call it? Like I don't remember the term right now, but um You know, when you just get a job and you have that time period where they could fire you for anything. Um, but yeah, I was still under that period when I still got Employee of the Month. So why can't I? Like, I really want to remember the term. The term is such a simple term. We call it 6 month probation. Wow. Anyway, so I was probably still under probation, I believe, and I still got Employee of the Month. At that point, and I think I graduated from Fries. For sure, I graduated from Fries, and you know what? I'm even further boosting because I didn't start on Fries. I think I had to graduate to Fries. I started on buns. My first night actually working a shift at Burger King. All I was doing was taking buns out the machine, out buns out of the packages. Like they would have these skids or tiny little trays or whatever, tiny skids or trays or whatever, full of like beer buns. They're there, ready. You just open up the bag and take them out and put them in the little toaster machine that kind of toasts them, get them warm up and toasty for the folks to make sandwiches. So I think that was literally all I did for that first 8 hour, 6 hour shift because this was part-time job, and that might have been enough for me. I feel I might have. No, I don't think if like looking back, I don't think I felt like it was enough, but I think the learning curve of it must have been enough. I think that's really what it was. Like you're like, yo, fries, we can't trust you with fries yet, so we could just trust you with bun. So whatever, I'm there toasting buns. I I I I eventually graduated from fries to learning how to deal with burgers. I think, yeah, and not actually make the burgers, just cook the burgers. So you just put the frozen burgers in the machine, and they basically cook themselves because it's a conveyor belt, and the burgers just go on the conveyor belt. Just like if you've ever gone to a pizzeria, you see how they put the pizza on one side and it comes out the other side cooked. Same thing, you put the burger on one side, and it comes down the conveyor belt and flips, and then comes down the next side and drops out the bottom or whatever, and you just and put them all in trays, in these little trays or whatever, and you put them in the drawer for the folks who are actually making the burgers. And you would make veggie burgers. Back then we had the nasty tasting veggie burgers. We had the whatever Whopper size burgers, and we had the junior size burgers. So you're just there doing that. And the nuggets and the rest of those things were fried. So the fry person also does anything else that's being fried. So yeah, but I would still like my main job was really dishes. Like when I really think about it, like yeah, I was doing all those things, but my main job was really dishes and stock boy. They had no one else do stock boy. Every Saturday, um, it was on me to deal with that stock room. And the first day was a mess. Eventually, that stock room got pretty clean. I took pride in like keeping that place pretty neat. Um, so yeah, stocked up dealing with the stock room, going around in circles. Let's get to the main point now. So we evolved now. We evolved from cooking burgers, cooking fries. I think now at this point, I'm handling all those stations by myself, like the cooking fries and cooking burgers. You know what I mean? That's a thing. Like you're gonna cook the fries, you're gonna cook the burgers, um, and then there's someone else there, and they're gonna make the burgers physically. And there was enough room for like two people to be making burgers. So I think like on a really really busy day or a day that is assumed to be busy, I would be there making my fries and the burgers and whatever nuggets and all that stuff. Then there would be one person who's making like the Whoppers and stuff, and another person making like the other specialty sandwiches and um, just two people making burgers, right? I think it would be two people making burgers, and then if it's really busy, a third person who's making the fries, as in like bagging the fries and dealing with the buns. But realistically, back in the back, they would only want to have 3 people. So you gotta have 2 people making burgers, and the person who's cooking the fries is also bagging the fries. You know what I mean? So you're also salting them and bagging them because there's so many burger orders, but fries is the same. Every burger could be different. Like man could come and say only pickle, and you're like, oh, you gotta make a specialty burger with just pickle. While the fries is gonna be fries, the only special request is like unsalted, which is they're gonna have to wait for a fresh batch. So you're not even rushing on their thing anyways, because they want the request of no salt, and obviously salt fries are salted in these fast food spots. Anyways though, so yeah, boom, like I'm there like handling the entire yeah basically the point I'm trying to traverse to, because I really should have documented my progression a bit better, at least to myself, before making this video. I never thought I didn't even understand that I was gonna do this. I just wanted to talk about the fact that I actually was a loser. But energy of what being a loser was like, you know what I mean? I still felt like, yo, let me prove something to Burger King at this loser, and I did, because they ended up giving me Employee of the Month. And they ended up, I realized like to some points where certain nights I'm booked to work in the back, and other people called in sick or whatever the case may be, so we're down staff, and I'm in the back making the burgers, cooking the fries, toasting the buns, bagging the fries, but I'm also making the actual sandwiches now. You know what I mean? Obviously, I had to evolve and go through the point of just learning how to make every sandwich, but I got so quick. Like I'll make the sandwich and like like yo, it was almost like a thing with the, because there's folks who was working at that Burger King for years, so they actually took pride in the fact that they were so fast. It was like almost like a diss thing to not be fast. So I eventually had to really work on myself and be like, okay, I gotta get fast. So you just figure out little tricks, how to put mayonnaise on it, how to put the pickles on, how to put ketchup to all that. And then like even the tricks of reading the menu and seeing what people want, what they don't want, clearing the menu. So I think there was actually a night where I'm in the back by myself, one cashier, 2, 3 people called in sick, kind of nonsense situation. The manager's in the back trying to call people to come in, running back and forth and helping, running the cashier in the front. But I'm like in the back by myself or something like that. I feel, if I remember the story correct, I was in the back by myself for like hours, bro. I'm cooking the fries, putting them in, timer, boop. Then I'm there making the sandwiches, setting them, putting them in, bagging. Are you kidding? Then running in the back and washing the dishes, because that's still my main gig. And it's only when it's like crazy, crazy. Like the cashier, she would have to like come to the back and be like, drop the fries for me. She would come to the back. I remember she would come to the back and like drop the fries, like, for me, because I'm there, like serious amounts of sandwiches I gotta deal with. But I got quick, bro. I'm like, like it was crazy when you think about it. That was just like my first job. That was the first time I realized I could just be good at something that I don't even care about just by doing it over and over. And I realized, damn, I could actually be whatever I want. Like, not to say that that fast food restaurant is such a difficult job, but I understood the principle, like the principle to learning how to cook in a specific, cook a specific meal in a fast food restaurant. And you have to learn their rudiments. It's not like, it's not like, it's not like yo, I had to set the temperatures and stuff like that. But you had to be cognizant of time. You had to be cognizant of action and movement. So the greatest thing was that yes, I was a loser, and they saw me as a loser, and they only gave me, from their perspective, the role of a loser. Like, yo, go lift boxes, go stock the stock room, and we hire the girls and we hire the white folk to come and be the cashiers, to deal with the customers and to smile with them and to take their orders and to make sure issues and blah blah blah. Right? Eventually, like I said, they had to give me an award for how amazing I was. That look, the loser, the person who we hired as the loser has outdone all you guys. He's the best for the month. But I guess I didn't really even see it that way. I still saw it as a joke thing. I eventually got fired from that job because literally joking around with the girls. And yeah, we like once you're sick at the job, you're not even thinking about work. You have so much spare time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man's got in trouble for eating on the job, like making little burgers and stuff. I did that stuff. I'd never get caught because I could eat my burger quick and no one could tell. Like, but we got in trouble for, like, flirting and fraternizing with the girls. So eventually got fired for that. Long story short, though, they actually wanted to move me to another location, to their Queen location, because the same owner who owns at the time, I don't know if it still is, but the same person who owned Ramsey Center location owned the location on Queen, which is just like 5-minute drive. Um, I didn't want to work for them no more. I was over it. Like, I think at that point I finally saw that you guys just see me as a loser. We're just gonna work for you guys, but I don't like, you guys are clearly getting more from me than what I'm getting from you guys, because you guys are really supposed to just fire my ass, but you still want to keep me and bring me to your location where there's drive-through. I'm like, damn, I ain't dealing with drive-through. Drive-through is a whole next level of headache. Oh my gosh, where you have inside and outside drive-through and whatever. Yeah, I was like, nah, nope. I mean, this restaurant experience was dope. It was great. I met cool people. Was able to hook up friends with free food. Like, that was the thing. Like, yo, you saw G at the Burger King. You don't know, like, you just wave to me, and it doesn't matter what time, what point of the day, who's managing. I'm gonna hook you up with food. My girlfriend at the time brought her friends anytime they're in the mall to come check me if I was there, just so they could get our foods. My friends from church will come through and check me just so they can get our foods. As soon as I seen you and I know who you are and you wave to me, I'm getting your foods. You know what I'm saying? The sick thing, I guess, is that, eat on the job illegally, but legally you could actually get big ass meals for like 50% off. You know? And then, like, on the days that I did stock, like I was a stock boy on a Saturday, I get a free meal. It's all garbage food anyways, but it was just a great experience to understand how the world saw me superficially, and even based on my resume too, I guess. Having no experience, no previous job experience, saying, oh, I do my chores. Like, you know what I mean? That was basically my job experience, telling them that, I do my chores, I wash the dishes at home. Like, blood clot, you wash dishes? Come be the dishes boy. Come be the stock boy. You know what I mean? And to the point where they were really supposed to fire me, but now they want to, in a sense, move me up to their other location. And I guess if you look at it, it was kind of a promotion, because the Queen location is the Cycas. That's a serious Burger King location. Ramsey Center is just like a mall kiosk vibe, even though it's a real store. Anyways, though, that's my story. Hope you guys enjoy it. I don't know if I'll share this. I'm just saying that, but it's blessed. Peace.